All right, hello football gamers. Welcome back to Madden Football Gaming. Today we're going to be showing you how to torch man coverage. Seeing it come back in weekend league a lot. A lot of people are putting deep route KO, a whole bunch of deep route KOs, maybe a one step ahead on their people, and they're running like the mid blitz or the cover one. So I'm going to show you how to torch this and really get them out of it. So here is the formation. And I like deuce close for a couple different reasons. Obviously, there's two tight ends on each side, or there's a tight end on each side. So you really have great blocking out of this if you decide you want to have some bomb plays out of here. But this play specifically that we're going to be looking at is this corners in goes. Okay, this play right here. You can find this in the Denver Broncos playbook, the Baltimore Ravens playbook, the Kansas City Chiefs playbook, the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook, and the Miami Dolphins playbook, okay? So they're in quite a few popular playbooks. Kansas City, Baltimore probably being the most popular, but Jacksonville's actually pretty good too. Some people still run Miami. And then, of course, the Denver Broncos. So that's the play that we're going to be selecting, and then we can really put them in anything. I'll do the mid blitz first and kind of show you what this looks like. But this is the play, all right? So you have every single one of these routes being a man beater. The whip route that tight end is on, Howard, is amazing. The Gronkowski route right here, that's really, really good too. Both just torch man. One into the middle of the field, one to the outside of the field. And then these two stop and goes by Evans and Godwin. Those are man beaters too, and you can smart route them, right? So if you hit Y, hit X, and then hit right trigger, at least on Xbox, see how it makes it shorter? And that makes it really, really better for a deep bomb. But there's another setup out of here that I'm going to show you, because you can't just run this all the time. They're going to know that they just can, maybe put a flat out there, guard the middle of the field, and hopefully, hope that their deep route KOs would get that stop and go. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, but they'll just pray, right? That's kind of their man coverage, is like pray that their deep route KOs work. And so these underneath routes really attack two different places, the middle and the flat. And so if they put a flat out there and they guard the middle, they're just going to hope their deep route KOs can solve it. But I'll show you something here in a second. So we're just going to run it. We're not going to block anybody extra. And see how Mike Evans just torches that? I mean, deep route KO cannot play that. That's Howard that he's playing against it, and Mike Evans is not that fast. And he torches it, right? So that is a great man-beating route that really can just get open. If you have Cooper Kupp or something like that, that is just something that's going to get open. He's not within 3 yards of him or whatever to activate that deep route KO, and that's a one-play touchdown, okay? So you can do that, and again, I'm smart routing X, and I'm not doing anything else, and yeah, that deep route KO would activate there or something like that. So it doesn't work every single time, so you have to watch it, but it is something that, 60 to 70% of the time, I would say, torches him like that. Torches him, and you can get a one-play touchdown. So you can't rely on it every single time, but it's awesome to have on the field, because about 60 to 70% of the time, you're going to get a one-play touchdown out of that. They're going to have to put somebody over the top there if they want to guard that consistently, okay? But now we're going to focus on these under routes, okay? So if you just snap it here, you'll see this whip route is amazing. Gets open pretty much every single time. Most of the time, that's going to be open. Unless they put a flat, this whip route is just going to torch them, okay? So then if they decide to use that and put somebody over the top of Mike Evans, then you're looking at Rob Gronkowski, which again is a man-beating route. Beats him right to the middle. And since everyone's on man, if they do this mid-blitz, again, this could be a one-play touchdown, especially if it's someone faster than Rob Gronkowski. It's just it could be a one-play touchdown too. That's what they're risking by going this all-out man blitz. Okay, and this formation actually blocks really well, even with that running back. You have 6 blockers, so if they're sending 6, it actually blocks really, really well. If they decide to bring down their safety and try and flood with a 7-man blitz or something like that, again, you still have options here. You still have your whip route, you still have the Gronk route, and they get open super, super quick. And if he decides to take away the Gronk route, if you can just back up a little bit, you might be able to hit Mike Evans for one play touchdown or Gronk again. Okay, so that's the first setup. So you have here, you have your flat, you have your middle, and you have your deep one play touchdown possibly by Mike Evans. Really, those are the three that you're looking for. And the progression that I do would be whip, Mike Evans, Gronkowski. That's probably what I do. I may go the Howard Gronkowski route and then Mike Evans, but you're going to see quickly if Mike Evans beats that. And if you want it, you want to do that one play touchdown, right? So that's why I like to do the whip, Mike Evans, right around that too. And they're both in the same place. You look there. If both of them are not open for some reason, which both of them should be, then you're going to come back to Gronkowski. Let me show you another setup. All right. So we are right here, as you can tell, we are attacking the flat and we're attacking the middle, and then we have the one play touchdown for Gronk. So that is one setup. You don't want to run the same setup over and over and over again. You want to attack different parts of the field, but also with man beaters. And so they don't know, what you're running. They have to try and plan for a whole bunch of different things. Sometimes they're just trying to get lucky. Sometimes you got a one play touchdown, right? So, all right. So another thing I like to do is I like to put Evans on that cross. And if you do this, if you're going for that crosser, I suggest, you don't have to motion Godwin out, but I suggest just putting Godwin on a straight up streak. Okay, get him out of there. If you have him on that stop and go, he kind of interferes with Evans on that crosser. But then it looks like this, right? You still have the same blocking, and you just have Evans on a crosser, and crossers are amazing at beating man coverage. That really gets past it. So if they're putting out zones to beat those curls and things like that, they're not going to have a zone right there. And if they do, then the stock play is going to torch it because there's no zones on this whip. There's no zones on the Gronk route, anything like that. And so you're going to be able to do it. If they could put a zone over Evans on a stop and go, if they can put a zone over Howard on his whip, if they can put a zone over Gronk on the middle, and then they have to try and put a zone over there just in case Evans is on a crosser, it is no longer man coverage, right? You are getting basically zero pressure, so you're going to have all time in the pocket. Or let's look at another setup. So out of this setup, again, you can do, if you have Hot Route Master, if you have Joe Namath, if you have Tom Brady, if you have Peyton Manning, any of those players in Mutt, more players too, obviously, most people have a Hot Route Master on their quarterback, which is great. Or they have those abilities on their wide receivers. But you also have other options too. Like one thing that I like to do in this tight formation is if you put your people on a post, that post is a killer for man, right? And it's now in the middle, deeper, and at a little bit deeper on the left-hand side too. So you could do this something like this, right? So you can go like this. You can put Evans on a streak, and now you're attacking the left side of the field instead of the right side of the field. And look at these three routes, right? So you have one streak for Evans, and then you have your whip low. You have Gronk middle to in the middle, but then probably going to be about 10 yards. And then you have this post that's going to be probably about 25 to 30 yards. So there's no way they can put all the different zones over there to get that. And all of these beat man. So it's a flood concept / man beater, right? So you can go Y. Okay, you can go A. And you can go post. All are just crazy man-beating routes. And if you put zones over there, and if they put zones over there, they're not going to be able to do it. So that is one of my favorite too. It's hitting three different sides. All of them beat man. And so your person is not going to be able to stay in man coverage with this play, with those specific routes. And that's why I absolutely love this play. Again, it's in the Dolphins, it's in the Ravens, it's in the Chiefs, it's in the Broncos. This is one setup. Okay, you're attacking the left side of the field, all man-beating routes. Plus Evans is on a streak. And just a great, great, great play. Or you're running it stock, and you're smart routing that Evans X receiver. If there's no one over the top, he's just going to torch his man. And again, it's like 60 to 70%, but it's a one-play touchdown, right? So deep route, KO will not play it if it's past, I think it's 3 yards. So, and he torches his guy right here, right? So, like that is almost 10 yards. And that's Mike Evans, right? If you have a faster quarterback, faster wide receiver, better route running, gonna totally torch it. Like Cooper Kupp, I run this on, and it has torched people. And so deep route KO doesn't even get a chance to activate. Right there, it could, but again, like 60% of the time, it's a one-play touchdown. So you could run that too, and you still have the whip, and you still have the over the middle. Or you could streak Godwin, and you could put Evans on a crosser, and that way you'd be attacking the right side of the field, deep man-beating route, for also possibly a one-play touchdown as well. So that is how you torch man coverage. If you use this one play and you do these 3 setups, if you have somebody that's just in man coverage all the time, they're running the mid blitz or whatever, or single high safety, whatever the case is, you're going to torch them. It won't even be close, right? Like, they can't guard everything on the field and stay in man coverage. They just can't do it. And some of these plays, they couldn't do zone either. So it's just such a good play. Anyways, I hope this helped you out. When you run into somebody that's running just straight man coverage with those deep route KOs and stuff like that, run this, right? Run these 3 different variations, mix them in there, see what, if he puts a zone out there to take away your whip route, that's absolutely fine, right? And then be like, cool, keep that zone there, and look at your other ones. Look at your tight end route. Look at the crosser to Evans, or look at the stop and go to Evans for a one-play touchdown. And then they're going to have to do different zones. Then you can go back to the whip. And then you can go to the stop and go to Godwin, or you can instead do a flood to the left-hand side where you put Godwin on the post, and then you have all that. Like, there's no way they can guard everything with their zones, and then it's no longer man coverage. You can play it pretty much like zone coverage, right? You can see exactly what they're doing. So anyways, I hope this helped you out. If it did, please do like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Anything helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.